Hey, what's up? Good morning, James Rice. Backyard, 8:20. A little later than I'd like to be here. Usually get here about 8, but it's time to rock and roll. Somebody jump on. Let's go. Already had a couple great phone calls this morning. Had a fun Zoom with my ride or die, my Thelma and Louise, my Bonnie and Clyde, my Joletta. Appreciate her every day. She keeps me on track. She keeps me organized. She keeps me. Robert Martin, what is up? Speaking of Bonnie and Clyde, Thelma and Louise, your ride or die, Robert Martin. I appreciate you. We had a great chat yesterday. Congratulations on a couple new projects that you're working on. I got to remind you. I didn't say it before. I apologize for this. You know, the ideas and thoughts that I'm sharing with you, I'm not trying to be right. I'm just saying, hey, here's some thoughts. Here's some people I've worked with. Here's some things that I was taught and told. Just sharing them with you. And, hopefully they help you with your success. That's what I'm talking. So, anyway, what's up, Nancy? James Rice, I'm going to be embarrassed to say, and Kelly, I don't know if I've met you, but if I haven't, my name's James Rice. Welcome to my backyard. If you, we're going to bring you a little value. Here's what we're going to do today, and each and every day. Simply going to share with you some, let's say tools, training, and partnerships. What's up, Jen Schmidt? You going to come on and go live with me? Should you be working on some HR activities? Jen Schmidt is, Jen Schmidt. Jen Cook. Jen, tell these people what you did last night. Tell them about the dinner that we had. Tell them about that we hung out at the coast in the fog. It was amazing. Daniel James, how are you? Daniel James, I should have you come down here with your video camera and shoot. Like I said, anyway, crew, those of you who don't know me, James Rice, I can tell you a little bit about my history. The bottom line is I just want to jump on and share some thoughts, theories, philosophies, tools, training, and partnerships that have helped me, get to where I am now. Go from college dropout to bachelor's degree in finance, 800 FICO score to 580 FICO score, back to 750, 800 FICO score. Melissa, hey, how are you? Good morning. One of my favorite people in the whole world. Melissa jumped into the community, a year and a half ago, a couple years ago, and immediately took action. I appreciate that about her. I've always appreciated that about her. I use your story lots of times about the fact that she jumped in and shot lives and ready to go. And so, what do I want to help you in? What areas? 5. I think they're your foundation of fulfillment. Okay? Believe it or not, people don't want to be rich. They don't want to have muscles. They don't even want to be in shape. They don't want to have stuff. What they want to have is being fulfilled. People want to be fulfilled, and I believe that if you focus on these 5 foundational truths, foundational areas, faith, fitness, family, finances, and your fun or your friendships, and build those up and focus on those, boom, up at the top here, you'll be fulfilled. Let's see what Jen had to say. Amazing filet, your favorite. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, those people down at the coast, the Poseidon. If you haven't been to Poseidon in Del Mar, get down there. It's amazing. Sit on the water. I don't know. Jen and I go there probably a couple times a month. They got rid of their ribeye, but I still love them. Jen loves it because she's a filet fan. So here's a piece. Oh, and by the way, if you find any value in this so far, please share it. If you find any value, please share it. If you think it might help others, please share it. In fact, I was talking to a friend of mine today, and they were thanking me for some of the value that I brought to them in one of those areas. And I said, cool. Well, please invite them to my social media. Maybe they can jump in. In fact, it was Joletta. There she is. So I'm going to share a little bit about what Joletta and I were talking about today. We're going to talk about focus. We're going to talk about an important fundamental, basic rule. In fact, Robert Martin and I were chatting about it yesterday, is being present and focus. And so, probably many of you are aware of it and maybe even believe in it. But the question is not what are you aware of and what do you believe in, but what do you practice? You know, you say the devil believes in Jesus and God, but, you know, he's not a Christian. He's not practicing, right? And so you can have, in fact, you can have a whole bunch of books, and you can belong to the gym. You can go to church on Sunday. You can even call home to mom and dad once a week. But are you intentionally focused and pursuing that relationship? And if you add this small nugget, this is the piece that keeps most of us from doing it. We would say that we have so much going on. We have kids. We have work. We have our other work. We have our dog. We have our camper. We have our boat. We have our we-havers. That should be the next piece that we can chat about is our we-havers. What'd Jen say? Oh, Gilletta and Jen chatting. That's exactly what you want, is two friends yakking back and forth about you. So the interesting piece is, and here's a piece that you ponder this a little bit, and this is all brought to point back at you and bring you not condemnation, not judgment. I have a black shirt on, not a black robe, but give you hope and belief, okay? So remember, those same conditions that you're going, wow, I can't get to the gym. Wow, I can't get to church on Sunday. Wow, I can't get to a home group. Wow, I can't get to time with my spouse. Wow, I can't get to. In those very same circumstances, you're achieving success in whatever it is. Maybe it's your career. Maybe it's your hobby. We can discuss hobbies later. I think they're a waste of time. We can talk about why. Not at their root level, but at their, holy cow, that's where my self-esteem is. That's where my treasures build up. That's where I'm storing up my treasures in my hobby. Bad idea. So how can it be that in those circumstances you're amazing at work or your career or even your hobby or wherever you feel you have amazingness, but in those same circumstances you're not seeing, you're using those same circumstances to say they hold you back? I would encourage you to explore it and go, they're not what's holding you back. What up, Michelle Holt? They're not what's holding you back. What's holding you back is you, me. My lack of ambition in that area, my lack of daily intentional action in that area. Now, if you don't want it, it's not important, then don't worry about it. But it's not possible that in these circumstances I'm succeeding, in these circumstances I'm failing. The disconnect, I guarantee you, and it'll set you free, is realizing that disconnect is me. So if it's me, the good news is I can shift it. I can shift it and say, these are the changes that I'm going to make to get it done. I can think of an example like that. I love it going back to my childhood and my father is super successful. He didn't have new cars and we didn't have fancy furniture and fancy vacations, ski trips, Jordache jeans. That'll date me a little bit. I'll be 57 in a couple days. Jordache jeans, and when my brothers and I needed a car, we thought for sure it's going to be a Camaro, Firebird, Nova, 2-door V8, not the 4-door, not a straight 6. It was going to be amazing. Mustang, dealership in town was a Ford. Mustang for sure, guys, Mustang. It's going to be amazing. No, it wasn't a Mustang. It was an orange Ford Pinto. I got to get a picture of that thing. What? What the hell are you going to do with an orange Ford Pinto? So the cool thing is my father taught me at an early age that no matter how much pressure he had around him from other families to conform, to keep up with the Joneses. Oh yeah, my father had no problem with that. No problem not keeping up with the Joneses. Back school time came, hey, you get a couple, 3 t-shirts. Granted, obviously, you have to pick out your Star Wars t-shirts and a pair of jeans. If you want anything more than that, you got it. So it's always, that taught me at a very, very, very early age that I'm going to have pressures coming at me from all different angles. Letting me know, saying what I should be doing with my faith, what I should be doing in my career, how I should be spending my money, what I should, what my fitness should look like, what my family should look like. Okay? But those pressures were what I decided to let them be. Okay? So it's me that has to decide, where am I going to put up my time? And so there's nothing wrong. There is as far as I'm concerned, but if you want to put your time up in your quote fun and your hobbies and your things you're running around in, my guess is that your faith, maybe your family, maybe your relationships, maybe your fitness is going to suffer. Because you can't do it all. No doubt about it. You only got so much bandwidth, so much space. Brian Drake, what up? Love to see you pop up. Long time no chat. Love to have you getting back in touch with me. Would love to work together, collaborate, help you work on your fitness goals or whatever else you want to work on. Worked with you back in the day. Loved your energy. Wife too. Tell her hi. Give her a hug for me. So again, remember, you can work on whatever you want. But this is actually a funny thing. I get this all the time. People are like, well, culture, the public pressure and the media. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about because I don't watch that. In fact, I'm embarrassed to say, I will go ahead and tell you this. I'm going to throw myself on the sword. Someone was saying, hey, Jen was saying, hey, what do you think about or maybe it was Angela, but I think it was Jen. What about the shooting? What about the shooting? It's Danny, because we're going to do a social media thing with my new Red Ryder BB gun. Got a new Red Ryder BB gun. And she's like, you think with the shooting that's a good idea? I'm like, what shooting? I heard a little, had no idea. I just choose, maybe to a fault. My mom hit me all the time. She'll go, hey, are the fires out there impacting you? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see smoke. So, that's me. I choose to be in my little world where I'm addressing my faith, I'm addressing my fitness, I'm addressing my family life, my fun life, and my finances. And the rest may or may not get addressed. But I choose that. The same world that I'm in, the same circumstances I'm succeeding in, the same circumstances I could use to say that I'm failing in, but I don't allow that. I realize that it's me making intentional daily choices. And so when you make those intentional daily choices and you stay focused and in the moment, when you're at church, and everything, quite frankly, we can discuss this later, but everything I do is 24/7, 365. They're just at varying degrees of intensity. So ponder that a little bit. But my point is when you choose to put your faith first, it'll grow. The kids can't get up. Yeah, your kids can get up. They can get up for Disneyland. They can get up for games. They can get up to play with their friends. They can get up on Christmas morning. They can get up for church. It's a choice. A home group on a Friday night? Oh, no, we're too tired. Okay. You can be too tired. But I know many of you, you're not too tired to get your in the Katie Fish's case, your snowmobile ready. You're not too tired to get your camper ready. You're not too tired to get your stuff ready for the desert, for my friends. You're not too tired. We choose not to go to that home group on Friday. We choose not to go to the gym a couple, 3 days a week. Now I hear someone going, well, you don't understand. The cool thing is I don't need to understand. Okay? I don't need to understand. I just know that for James Rice, if I'm not getting it done, it's because I'm not choosing. Rebecca Fosmeyer, check out her page. If you haven't met her, watch her. She's walking with her kids. She's walking with herself. She's walking with her husband. She's walking in the rain. Those are all good reasons not to. She chooses to get it done. So, what I'm encouraging you to do today, wait, I got to see what Katie Fish has to say. Choose your heart. I love you, Katie Fish. If you guys haven't followed Katie Fish's story, friend her on social media, ask her a couple questions, ask her where she was at before the community, find out where she's at now. Find out where she was at in her faith, find out where she was at in her relationship, find out if her husband ever smiled, find out about her as a mom, find out about her as an individual. You question the people you're watching us for the first time. You're wondering, hey, should I get involved with those guys? Should I listen to this stuff? Should I be involved? Check a few of us out. Check the transfers we made because we've been intentional and chose. So decide with your spouse, with yourself, with your dog, where you're going to be, where you're going to put your time and energy, what you decide fun is, and then make time for it and be intentional about it. Make time for it and be intentional about it. And realize that, can you do it all? No. Can you have it all? It's going to be you deciding what. 1 second. It's going to be you deciding what all is. And me, I like to keep my fitness at a certain level. I don't want to be any bigger. Keep my finances at a certain level. I don't want to work at 24/7, 365. Do I want my, faith to grow? You bet I do. Relationships with my family and my friends. So, decide where you want to be. Be intentional about it daily. Grab mentors, tools, get plugged in, and take daily intentional action and realize that no matter what you do, someone's going to agree, someone's going to disagree. Someone's going to support you. Someone's going to say you're wasting your time. Someone's going to say you're spending too much money and too much time. So you got to decide. Let's see what Michelle Holt has. Michelle, we should go. I love it. Love it, Michelle Holt. Appreciate you. Let's go live sometime and talk shop and share some of this. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get back. It's time to practice my piano. I barely did that yesterday. There's another one. Vaughn Hendricks. Vaughn Hendricks. I just grabbed one of my favorite humans, one of the first people I met in Prove It. If you're not following Vaughn, get on it. He's a man of Christ. He's a man committed to his family. Check him out. Vaughn, I've got Steve Welch in West Palm, and got a couple new friends in Fort Lauderdale. So even more reasons to come visit. But as I said before, Vaughn, grab your spouse, bring her on out, come hang out. Love to see you guys. I'm going to rock and roll. Appreciate each and every one of you. Questions, comments, thoughts, hit me. If you find any value whatsoever, please share. 'Cause I'll be frank with you. Am I trying to grow my community? You bet I am. So if you found some value, share it, please. Peace.